From the Storage and RAID Calculator page, you can get a recommendation for the exact license that you'd require, based on the specific configuration of your storage setup. In order for us to be able to recommend a license, first, you have to select the system architecture that suits the network topology you already have or plan to implement. Our OpenE JovianDSS supports 3 different system setups: the single node, the shared storage high availability cluster, and the non-shared storage high availability cluster. This set of videos explains how to benefit from the tool. Let's choose the single node configuration first. By doing this, we've unlocked the calculation parameters for the Pool 0 section, found right below the architecture section. In the calculation parameters, there are 2 alternative ways to do the calculations based on different input data. The first option is called based on required storage capacity. The second option is called based on the number of disks and data groups. Now feel free to choose whichever option is more appropriate. So why is it so critical to choose an appropriate redundancy level? Well, let's explain. The redundancy level determines the number of disks that can fail before the entire data group fails. Typically, that number is between 1 and 3. This means that in most solutions, you'll have at least a couple of disks that can replace the damaged disks without any data loss or interruption. As an example, we'll choose the RAID-Z2 redundancy level. After that, let's enter a number into the usable data storage section. Before we do that, a quick point. It's important to understand that the storage capacity unit differs from the disk capacity unit and is measured in terabytes. Why so? Storage hardware is using the base 10 numeral system capacity units, while the software, the base 2 numeral system. That's why the storage capacity in the calculator should be set in terabytes, while the disk capacity in terabytes. For more details, you can read our blog article, which explains it. With that said, we'll now set our configuration to 100 terabytes of usable data storage and a single disk capacity of 8 terabytes. As we can see, the system has calculated that in order to create a data storage solution with the parameters we set, we'd require 18 disks. It should be noted that the number of terabytes in the calculation can vary slightly from the one we've entered, as the calculator simulates ZFS behavior and shows numbers that aim to ideally match the configuration set. You can also click the Show Details button placed below the calculations. You can find there a complete list of characteristics for this specific pool. In the Details section, you can see the zpool storage specifications, the expected annual zpool reliability, the zpool performance index rating, and the space efficiency. Check it out. The calculations for the usable storage capacity are all transparent and everything is based off of a formula. You can also get more information about what each value means just by clicking the Information button in the appropriate section. The Information button is a lowercase I in a circle. Okay, now let's see what will happen if we switch the group redundancy level from RAID-Z2, for instance, RAID-Z1. By doing this, we can see that the number of groups has grown from 1 to 3. Doing this has also caused the expected annual zpool reliability and the space efficiency to decrease. So what would happen if we switch the group redundancy level to RAID-Z3? Well, let's have a look. The space efficiency fell from 86 to 84%, but the expected annual zpool reliability actually increased to the absolute max limit possible.